The mountains are calling, and I must go. Question of the day, who's racing Pikes Peak this year? All right, or who's going to be there? If you're going to be there just cheering, that's cool too. But are you racing? Are you registered for either the Ascent or the Marathon? You answer down below in the comments. It's time. Oh man, yesterday's 18-mile run just got me excited, but also a reminder, time to make the game plan, okay? And I'll get you the comment of the day here in a minute. It's from Jeremy. Jeremy, you crushed it. I appreciate you, sir, for that comment of the day. But what I like to do, so here's all my running and training and exercise physiology books, my old training logs, okay? And I gotta say, I get a little tip of the day, if you want to chase down a goal or a dream in the racing world, I can't tell you how beneficial it is to have experience on that race course, okay? If I were to ever go back to, I don't know, Rotterdam or Amsterdam or these marathon courses, personally for me, once I hit a course once, it's ingrained up in the brain. I know every corner, I know every turn, I know where it's loud, where it's quiet, and for Pikes Peak, I definitely know that course because I've trained on that mountain for years and years and years and years now. And watched my dad race that race in the 90s, okay? So it's part of the reason why I have some unfinished business on Pikes Peak. And I hope you have some unfinished business in your running journey this year, next year, and the following year, all right? As we transition slowly from the mountains in the winter to the snow is really going to start melting basically this week and probably next week, where the temperatures here in Denver are in the 70s consistently. That's when you start to get snow melt up in the mountains where we can get up to the high country and train. All right, so that's what I'm up to right here, right now, coming up with, reminding myself about the fundamentals of training, the fundamentals of developing more muscle, more power through my foot strike, through my push-off power, and so for me, don't get me wrong, the reason I do road racing is to race in a pack. I love racing in a pack. It just gets the juices going. I think I'll always race on the roads because you get to pack up with people. On the trails, it's different. The reason I race the trails is power and speed in unusual circumstances. Above 13,000 feet, letting it rip. That's a strange thing to do here on this earth. So kudos to everybody that's racing Pikes Peak. Not many people do that. What is the percentage of runners that actually race a marathon once in their life? I don't know what the percentage is. It's probably, I don't know, is it 2%, 3%? Well then, what is the percentage of runners that race a marathon and then do that above 14,000 feet? At least, a small section of the race. It's a very, 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 very small percentage. So embrace that uniqueness and let that be your fuel as you transition from your normal training to the challenging, difficult, hard training you're about to put yourself through getting ready for Pikes Peak in September. And on that note, it's 18 weeks. So I'm actually not in the training block yet, all right? Actually, next weekend, we're taking a little vacation, and then May 15th, boom, it hits, and it's 18 weeks from that moment to Pikes Peak. All right, so that's the length of the training block. Now, I'm not sure how you do it, but before I start to really put my thoughts into my exact workouts, my exact vertical gain, volume, workouts, where I'm gonna go run, what FKTs. So 18 weeks that's a long time, but we're gonna break it up. And actually, this is blank right now, but there it is. All right, it's blank, and we will fill this in very soon, but not yet because I'm still brainstorming. All right, that's what this little leather journal is for. Just brainstorming, and in pencil, of course, just coming up with, okay, what has worked in the past, all right? We can pull out our 2021, 2020. This is where, those are the 2 years I was able to win the marathon. And what I'm going to do, obviously, is go flip through all the workouts and be like, okay, I really like that workout. I'm going to plug that into my journal for the next, okay, so what is today? Today is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So by May 15th, I'm going to have a game plan in my next training log for Pikes Peak 2023. But before I put it in writing in the training log, I'm just brainstorming. You know, I'll just throw out a couple, oh my goodness, you know, speed work, decalibron, 14ers 3 times a week, plyometrics, bounding, but not on a grass soccer field, up in the high country. That's what I was doing in 2021, okay? Let's see. Obviously, the dedication to the gym that has really, I think, helped me in the last 9 months, okay? Dedication in the gym, sleeping high. Obviously, foam rolling, all the recovery that's important, and then just brainstorming, you know, the volume that I'll be going through in the next, you know, really the next 18 weeks roughly, once May 15th hits. So, May 15th, go time, and this is the first installment, I'll say, of the Pikes Peak playlist. So remember, on the homepage of the YouTube channel, if you want to follow the journey of Pikes Peak, now's the time to tune in and look for that purple little flag in the thumbnail in the lower left-hand corner. So this is installment number 1. Huxley ATL, here we go. Comment of the day, Seth. For folks like me stuck in a rehab instead of running the Pikes Peak Marathon like I was scheduled to, you are an inspiration. Fly the W. See you next year. I'm determined, one day at a time. So Huxley, that was written in 2021. So this is being pulled from a long time ago. And I was injured last year. So we reversed roles, Huxley. And if you're watching this, you know, definitely comment below. But it's like, that's the give and take of doing what we do, and the connection that we can make through YouTube, and the inspiration, dedication that we can show each other by not giving up. Even though I was sidelined with a stress fracture last summer, you know, we're back. And listen, you gotta keep pressing ahead. So Huxley, I hope you were able to race in 2022, and maybe we can meet now in 2023 in Manitou Springs. All right, Pikes Peak Marathon Ascent playlist. It's got 30 plus, I think about 30 plus videos. If you want to learn about Pikes Peak, it's all right there. All right, seek beauty, work hard, love each other. See you tomorrow.